British Fist Raw review of Dan and NJ, take one. Welcome back, YouTubers, to another WWE vlog in HD with me, Daniel Parkin, and this guy sitting next to me. He is the awesome one who isn't the Miz, of course. It's NJ.
What's up?
And the awesome one today was A-Rye tonight, wasn't it?
It was.
Awesome. Anyway, like I said, here today with our Raw review. Make sure you subscribe to us up above if you want to see more videos from us. Like the video and comment your thoughts on the show down below. I'm sure you guys have plenty of comments out there. And NJ, where can these guys contact us?
In the links in the description box below.
Well said, that man. You know, your mic skills are almost as good as A-Rye's. I'm just going to say that right now.
Thank you.
But just without the mic. Anyway, we'll get you a mic. Don't worry, we'll get it as a little prop. Anyway, how did we start off on today's Raw?
It started off with Lawler coming out,
which was a bit weird, wasn't it? But at least now we know this rivalry has ended. I don't care if he opens it as long as I know this fucking feud has ended.
And that's exactly basically what he came out to say. Everyone, it's finished. Finish is done. And there's proof that it's finished a bit later on, which we'll get to. The thing is, as much as he says that it's over, he introduces the one who helped him to make it finish. The best there was, the best there is, the best there ever be, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh, I thought you were talking about R-Truth. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I guess they both say the same thing. But anyway, basically, Bret Hart comes out, says he has no respect for Cole. I mean, who does? But, stating the obvious. And then, all of a sudden, R-Truth interferes, like you said, of course, and does this whole conspiracy theory thing, you know. I ain't got a tower shot! You know, I am respected like you! And he goes down to that little kid and puts the glasses on him.
Do I have to be a face to get a tower shot?
Yeah, you do, really. But no, anyway. But you get loads of R-Truth mic time, which is only emphasising his character, which is really growing on me at the moment. When he was a face, I couldn't buy him as a main event guy, but now he's a heel, I kind of can. And it's funny how a character change does that to someone.
Well, with my man R-Truth, the reason I'm calling my man is
because you stole his catchphrase.
I stole his old catchphrase. And also the reason is there's just something about him that he's a bit boring, but at the same time there's the entertainment side to him. Yeah. So he actually found his little Jimmy in the audience.
Yeah.
He found him. And he basically started posing with him like this. Yeah, and all that. So, and then he went on saying that he wants a title shot, which brings out
John Cena. And we know as soon as we say that name, we know someone in the room is going to go mental, don't we, and need to drink Monster. But I'll carry on. R-Truth threatened to beat up Bret, so Cena come out. He actually sold his injury, which was weird because he didn't fucking sell it in the main event. And he basically hypes up Bret Hart. And R-Truth says this whole conspiracy theory thing sort of is all about Cena, and you know, which it is really. He's part of the Breakfast Club. What can you say?
And he has never liked him.
Yeah, even though they were apparently best friends. And then basically Cena says R-Truth needs a beating, and just as he's about to give him a beating, what noise do we get, NJ?
Doing him.
Man, you do it awesome. And the Raw and Josh Matthews come up and says, the Raw General Manager says, and they make the main event for the evening. Says that R-Truth needs to show more to show his title credentials. Makes the main event of the evening for tonight, which is R-Truth and Punk versus Rey and Cena. With the referee,
Bret Hart.
I know you love Bret Hart, NJ.
I'm going to try and sound happy about this.
So I guess overall, I mean, we've seen the end of this Cole Lawler feud. The opening segment did its job, which was set at the main event. We got R-Truth mic time. Overall, pretty good, in my opinion. Did its job. Anything else you want to say about the opening segment, NJ?
Again, I would have maybe had all the people that are going to be in the main event maybe down. But it still did its job.
Seen as the main spokesperson, I guess. So.
Sadly, yes.
And then we get a little Spanish lesson from Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez backstage with Kane and Big Show before their match, which was a little bit weird, but we move on to the match.
Yeah, the only thing I want to say about that segment quickly, it was funny. It won't make everyone laugh. When Big Show pushed and then pushed him down. The way he just went down.
It is my destiny.
And then out came Alberto.
It is my destiny to have a rivalry with Big Show and Kane.
And the Big Show just walked off. But anyway, get to the match here.
Yeah, anyway, it was Kane and Big Show versus Otunga and McGillicuddy for the Tag Team Championships. Just one night after we saw Punk and Mason Ryan lose that match. We had CM Punk on commentary, which is pretty good. The interval is, we've seen this match before. I guess it did its job in a way.
And my prediction straight away is I really, really did not expect these two to win. I just thought, it's a quick win for these two.
I guess they took the tag titles off Kane and Big Show so they could feud with Alberto Del Rio, which kind of made sense. But the thing is, this kind of shit on Punk and Mason Ryan a little bit, if you know what I mean. They lost to Kane and Big Show before, and all of a sudden they're people that aren't as good as them until Otunga and McGillicuddy all of a sudden seem to win.
Well, while Raw was on, you said we could argue about this.
Yeah.
My saying is, over the limit, they did it on their own, basically. Mason Ryan and CM Punk. On Raw, the two that won ended up needing Punk's help.
Yeah, I guess.
That's how I see it.
At least it made the Nexus look strong, I guess, in a way, which is good because Nexus kind of needs it, especially if they're going to future rivalry with someone big in the main event, for example.
Yeah.
Big clue there, people.
Yeah.
So basically, it set up Kane and Big Show for their rivalry with Del Rio based on events that happened before and after this match. So it did its job in a way.
Yeah.
After this match, we have an interview with Big Show and Kane, and then Del Rio comes in and slaps Big Show. And then what happens? It was a really weird segment where the camera went all fuzzy and
Big Show chased after him, and all of a sudden you see Kane going, "What?" Because you see Big Show laying with his hand and legs trapped underneath that fancy car.
So I'm guessing this is going to lead to a Kane and Del Rio rivalry.
Because Big Show will be out for about a few weeks. He'll probably come back nearer to capital punishment. So it'll be Kane and Del Rio at the minute.
And my prediction is that this will allow Punk to go after Cena for the title, give him that main event thing before he possibly leaves.
I'm thinking if it works out for him, if this title run for CM Punk works, maybe we won't lose him.
Yeah. So basically, Big Show sells his injury very well. If it was a selling job, he sold it pretty well, in my opinion. So after that really very weird segment, we got Jack Swagger versus Evan Bourne. It was good to see them both get an entrance, wasn't it?
That's the thing that made me think there's a small chance they can make Evan win, but no.
It's basically a squash match, 3 minutes or something, and then Evan Bourne gets a shot in after the match.
But during the match, he did finish up with an ankle lock, not with that top rope
powerbomb, wasn't it?
With a powerbomb. Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, that made Evan look a bit,
My question for you is, why the hell is Evan Bourne jobbing?
I guess they just don't have any idea for him, apart from maybe against Ray. That would
a guy like him needs to be involved in some sort of feud. I mean, I don't know what it is. I just feel that they're now burying him, and it might have been because I don't know. I don't know any idea why. It doesn't really matter.
No.
At the end of the day, Raw has too many heels. They need some faces to face them, but they're not using their faces. So what can we really say about them? That's all I'm going to say about that one.
Poor Evan.
Yep. We then get Michael Cole walking backstage. People are laughing at him because, he had to. It's just.
He had the best time on Over the Limit, the best night.
Sorry, I can't. He had to kiss he had to kiss Jerry Lawler's foot. And Eve gave him the foot treatment, kind of like Maurice with the foot. It was awesome.
It was
funny.
But then the next part makes what we said earlier, that the fact their feud is actually over now.
Yeah.
Because he comes down and begs for the apology of everyone that commentate on commentary around the
Justin Roberts.
And all of us.
To the fans, we don't accept his apology, by the way, but
Lawler did seem to.
Yeah.
He said, thank you for coming out and doing that, and you can take your seat with us.
So basically, what we got here was the combination of a feud, like NJ said, and now all of a sudden, everybody is going back to being friends again. It's kind of hard to believe. I guess over the next few weeks, we'll kind of buy into it a bit more. I just can't buy into the fact that they're forgiving him straight away.
If it is forgiven, it's over. I'm just saying, glad we can move on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Glad to just get them all back on commentary again.
But that is taking away the fact that Cole should be more of a manager now than a commentator. I thought that was his commentator finish. He'd be too embarrassed to sit there.
Maybe.
Sadly not. I think it's okay.
Can I just say, the next segment we had really was the best segment on Raw tonight.
It was. I liked it.
We had Miz come out. and say that A-Rai was the reason why he didn't win the title. And I don't know about you, Andrew, but at this point, I was saying to myself, come on, Alex Riley, turn on Miz. Because we've been saying this for weeks now, haven't we? We've been wanting this to happen for a couple of weeks.
And as soon as he started saying it, I thought, this is the night. The other thing that gave it away big time is that Miz thought it'd be a good idea to slap Alex Riley.
Oh, God, great idea. Basically, the Raw GM, he says he wants an answer from the Raw GMs, give him his title. Yeah, like that. Looks like a meerkat. And he asks, and the Raw GM says that he's done with Cena and that his title match is denied. And then Riley says to Miz, I wasn't the one that quit Miz, which he fucking owned him there. And then Miz talks down at Riley, says he is nothing, and
without him,
and then fires Alex Riley, exactly. And then Alex Riley does what, MJ?
He starts. He gets shoved first. He shoves Alex Riley, and Riley shoves him back and starts going mental on him. Take this. And they go outside the ring, throws him into the guardrail, and Miz is just getting his ass kicked down, get back in the ring, kicks his ass more. He just laid out Miz big time.
Do you know why this is an awesome moment for me? Because I've been just waiting for this moment for ages, and finally they're turning A-Rai face, and they're trying to build him up, it would seem. Maybe an A-Rai-Miz rivalry can do very well for him, but he's finally being able to show himself as a dominant wrestler that he can be, possibly in the future, and even now, which is great to see.
And on separate shows, I'm thinking, you've done it right, Miz is staying on Raw,
Yeah.
He's going to do his own thing on Raw and push people over, make people over.
I'd love to see a Miz A-Rai rivalry.
And on SmackDown, I'm sure Alex Riley's going to be moving pretty well on there now, because he's done great against Cena, he's done great against Miz. I think he'll do wonders on SmackDown now.
This segment was by far the best segment on Raw, in my opinion. It did so much for Alex Riley and for the Miz.
Well, talking about doing right for people.
Oh, fuck, we had the next segment.
Yeah, this did brilliantly for this.
Oh, right, okay, let's just go through this. We had the Bellas, Melina and Maurice versus Eve, Kelly, Beth and Gailkin. That didn't even really matter because after 5 seconds, Kharma comes out and we're thinking all 8 Divas are going to die and they're going to get eaten by Kharma.
She falls to her knees and cries. Yeah, what's that say? I thought she was going to bust up laughing, but no, you just left us on her knees crying. And all the Divas just stood there looking at her.
I had hope for this. I thought Vince said he was very high on Kharma. I had hope that they could do something good with this and she could possibly change the Divas division. But boy, was I proven wrong. Kharma's sitting in the middle of the ring fucking crying. What the hell is all that about? Fucking hell.
The thing is, with a big diva like that,
God!
As soon as she came into the WWE, I said she's going to be a female Carly. She's going to be used well to begin with, then all of a sudden she's going to become a female version of Carly.
Yes, and after that, it just goes to adverts and that's it. And it's just like, what? They've ruined Kharma now. It's just fucking ridiculous. They have so much potential with this diva. Well, I call her a diva. Of this woman. To do something, and
the potential thing could have came out tonight because in the ring you had Beth Phoenix.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Well, let's just move on from that because I'm saying it's just ruined. The next match, Kofi Kingston versus Drew McIntyre.
Now, first thing I want to say here, MJ, is this is what happens, right? You can actually, show some wrestlers like Kofi and McIntyre. Now this fucking Lawler and Cole angle is finished. Wouldn't you agree? And now we're going to get people like McIntyre and Ziggler and Evan Bourne being shown on Raw, which is good. This is what we wanted. We never wanted to see this Lawler-Cole feud. It's just taking away from what WWE originally has. That's what I'm going to say first on that one. And that's what we got here in the Kofi versus McIntyre match. It was a good match.
It was an okay match. I'm glad it weren't Ziggler because basically Ziggler versus Dolph. Dolph versus Kofi Kingston is a pay-per-view-ish match.
Yeah, and it's been done before. But so is Kofi and McIntyre, I guess.
I'm saying this, it was good, but you made the wrong person win.
You had McIntyre dominate, and just when we think they might be pushing the British guy in McIntyre, who deserves a push, just when we thought, ruined, done. And then we have Ziggler looking backstage, so I'm guessing they're going to have a US Championship rivalry or something with Kofi and Ziggler. Oh, that's just frustrating.
True. It's been a while since we've actually seen him do good in WWE.
I really thought this would
I'm still waiting for the next time to come because it's going to happen. You're not going to leave him. I know the releasing it to be coming, but he's one you wouldn't want to release.
No, I just think they could have done so much with this, but they just didn't. They fell through on it. But we'll move on from that, because the next bit we got was although it was sad, it was very sad at first when Lawler had to say it. We saw this Macho Man tribute, and by God, it was good. I enjoyed
a lot of great matches from WrestleManias.
Oh, WrestleMania 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we grew up in a time, we didn't really know Macho Man Randy Savage's career too much, but we got a great feeling from that he was an illustrious guy, a very charismatic guy and a legend in the ring, and we saw a lot of his good matches with Steamboat, Hogan, his proposal to Miss Elizabeth, and you couldn't have asked for a better tribute in my opinion. That was good. It was about 5 minutes long.
And I thought it was a good match. It got a lot of people talking as soon as it was hit. It was a great moment to see.
Yeah. Tribute for a very good wrestler there, really.
It was.
Yes. R.I.P. Macho Man. You'll always be remembered by the WWE universe and the wrestling fans. That's what I'm going to say about that. It's very hard to follow that up, isn't it?
Yeah, but they did try to.
Yeah. They had the main event, which was Cena and Rey Mysterio versus Punk and R-Truth. And Cena goes back to not selling his injuries. Typical fucking Cena, to be honest, in my opinion. I really thought this match was good. I thought they did it was great. Punk showing, he was sporting Macho Man colours, which was very good. They showed Punk and R-Truth being very dominant. Punk did his whole ring psychology, which was very good to Bret Hart and stuff. But of course, the heroes have to win. They can never make the heels win in these tag team main events.
The way they made the good guys, the heels, lose and the faces win was absolutely dreadful.
I didn't think it was that bad, but
I didn't like it. Basically, they had almost Ray getting all like, I'm going to finish the match. Bret Hart hits him down. I think it was...
Yeah, it was... I don't even know. Punk, yeah.
He hit down Punk, and then Ray gets to the top rope and dives on his head and thanks, Bret.
About me, the finish I didn't mind. It was a decent tag team match. It's just that I wanted to see more between Cena and Punk because I feel that soon WWE are going to work a rivalry with them. They're both free in a rivalry now. Cena's free from Miz. Punk is now seemingly free from Big Show and Kane. So I wanted to see more between those two, and I wanted to see, say, like CM Punk attack Cena after the match or something like that.
What would be good is if the WWE were thinking of having a Cena and Punk, it would have been good to see more in-ring time together in that match. Because the match, I think, it lacked seeing a good wrestling between Cena and Punk. It lacked it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think about this Punk-Cena possible feud. What better way to promote CM Punk and Nexus again, especially if CM Punk is going to be taking some sort of time off at point. So, in my opinion, that could be a very good rivalry, not just for CM Punk, but for Nexus as well, because let's face it, they've been buried and they need something to lift them up. Not to say they're going to get buried against Cena, though, again. I don't know. What were your overall thoughts of the match? And then,
again, like I said, it lacked some stuff. It lacked wrestling between certain wrestlers. Again, I think having that special referee, that messed up a bit. It didn't do the match as much just as it should have. So to be honest, it weren't the best of matches. Okay,
well, I didn't think it was a bad match, but I do know I can see where you're coming up. I can see where you're coming about on the Bret Hart thing. I just think Cena not selling his injuries was stupid, but we won't go on.
He never does.
No, but anyway, NJ, what were your overall thoughts on the show today? What would you grade this show and give your overall thoughts?
Well, with gradings, I've heard people do A, B, C, and all that, but I do a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle, and I'm going to give it a more thumbs middle.
Okay.
Leaning towards thumbs up because it was good. It's opened up doors to different libraries.
Oh yeah, it's really chopped and changed things, hasn't it?
It's got things ready for the next pay-per-view, which is great.
Yeah.
But we did not get what I predicted, which was a number one contender match.
Oh well, I'm sure we'll get that in the coming weeks as they build to the pay-per-view.
Well, they better do it soon.
In my opinion, I was entertained throughout this show. I thought this is a B show at least. You had good moments like A-Right, and then you had bad moments like Kharma. But I was entertained throughout the night, and I think it was one of the better Raws, especially after a not so good pay-per-view. And it did well to chop and change things, like you said. So I can only give this a good grade, which is a B. That's what I'm going to give it.
Well, that would be, if I had to do it by letters, that would be the same for me.
All right, then,
You
okay.
did good.
All right, fair enough. So, is that all you wanted to say, NJ? Is there anything else you want to say about...
I've got 2 words.
What's that?
Fuck Cena!
Oh, I kind of knew you were going to say that. Anyway, you've heard our opinions out there. We want to hear yours. You want to hear your opinions on Raw in the comment section below, and anything that happened on Raw, of course. And that has really been it from us. We are the British Fist. Bam! God damn it. All right, then. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching our show on YouTube. Thank you very much once again, and goodbye.